Okay, YouTube, today I want to talk about the Arlo Essential cameras. I was thinking about going wireless to replace my wired Nest cameras. And since Walmart had these on clearance, I decided I'll go ahead and try them out. And if I can get into the Arlo ecosystem. But after buying this one here first, the Spotlight, it worked good. It really worked good. I had it indoors for a minute and for maybe like a couple days, and when I put it outside the next day, the whole front of it was covered in morning dew. So it had a whole bunch of condensation and you really couldn't see no image. And it started maybe around 1 o'clock in the morning. Anytime between that time and before it clears up, if anybody would try to break into my house on that window side, it would have been easy to come in. I wouldn't be able to see them or get notified. But I do have an alarm system, and I do have a sensor on that window, so it will go off in case somebody would try to come in. But if they were trying to jump my fence, it won't go off. But maybe about 2 days later, I went ahead and bought this one because the tech said that maybe if I relocate this one here, it'll fix the issue. So I went and got this one, put it in its place, and relocated that one, and same thing. Both of them had morning dew on it, so they weren't able to help me out at all. So I'm thinking about replacing them with the Google Nest wireless camera right here. But first, let me take you outside and talk a little bit about what was going on with my issues that I was having. Okay, and here I am on the outside, and I need that camera to watch over that window right there. And when I called the representative about the lens fogging up, he suggested that I move the camera from its position and put it in another spot. That may be causing the issue. So what I did, I bought another camera, Essential camera, placed it right here, and put the other one over there in that corner. And the next day, same thing. Both cameras had condensation all over the lens. The images were unviewable. It happened somewhere between 1 o'clock in the morning all the way till about 8:30. And if somebody were to try to break into that window right there, the cameras will not pick them up. So when I went back and submitted a case, the only thing that they told me was to check my camera skin, which you see there. I do not have a skin on the camera. Well, neither one of the cameras have skins. They say multicolored light or hooded camera lens can cause reflections or interfere with which I do not have a hood and whatnot. And they told me to use a black camera skin or hooded skin instead, which I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spend more money on a product that's supposed to work out of the box as intended to. If it's not meant for outdoors, they should have said it's meant for indoors and left it like that. So again, I went with chat support again, and they told me that, which is crazy, they told me to kindly remove the devices from my account and reinstall it one more time. Observe again. Now, what does that have to do with condensation building up on the lens? I do not know. It's kind of crazy. I did not do that. You know, I just told them it just did the same thing because it's crazy. What, is the app supposed to submit heat to the camera or something like that? I don't know. It's crazy. So that I did not do. The other one was, they told me if I could send additional pictures of the images that the camera captured, which I did. They were unviewable. You couldn't see anything. It's like a deep fog, which, you know, I'll post images up on here so you can see. I even post a video. It's just crazy. You know, I had to come out, wipe the lens several times, and you can see when I wiped the lens, the condensation off, it was good. The image was viewable. But then if it's I guess if moisture is still in the air around that time, before the sun comes up, it will start to fog up again. and it wasn't really condensation, it was more like a fog on the lens. So I submitted those pictures to them as well, and they still just gave me like a little runaround. Then the lady told me to send her another picture and a video, which I did that as well. And she was going to go ahead and try to get my my cameras replaced. So after I submitted them, you know, she replies back, you know, that she appreciates my cooperation throughout the troubleshooting steps. She requested a replacement, however, it was declined. They, which is Arlo, they recommended to do the following, which is the same thing. They talking about try anti-fogging coatings, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to buy any third-party product just so these cameras can work right. That means I have to do maintenance on them. Other than the charging, I have to maintain them, you know, keep on waxing them, almost like a car or whatnot. Have the camera always plugged in. The cable that they give you is probably less than a foot long, if that. So how can I have it plugged in from this area here when I have no outlets in my nowhere on this side right here on the house? And they're not going to supply me with the cable. If they would have gave me an extension cable, I could have ran it right up inside there, inside the attic, and had it plugged in somewhere. I would have ran something up inside there. Then they told me to try other skins, which again, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to spend more money on these cameras than I have to. They want me to move it into a higher position. All this has nothing to do with the condensation building up on the lens. So I will be removing these cameras, and I will be sending them back to Walmart, and I will be replacing them with the new Nest wireless cameras. And if you guys are thinking about getting one of these Arlo Essentials, they're good for indoors. I'll tell you that. They're really good for indoors, but if you want to use it for outdoors, I suggest not. Okay, I got the Nest Cam installed. Only thing I hate is that you have to use the Google Home instead of the Nest app. And let's go to my cameras. And these are all my cameras. This is the newest one right here, the battery powered one. All these here are wired. That one's off because I'm home. I don't need it on. Let's go to live, well, excuse me. Let's go to live video. There it is. So that's on. Let's go ahead and click on that. And we can check our history. It's me playing with the dog. Let's go to, click on the, is there more? No, not more. History. Somewhere around here. There it is, full history. There's all my stuff here when I was setting it up. Go back to cameras. And they're all playing live right now. There you go. Everything's playing live right there. Other than that, it's working fine. It's working way better than the Arlos. The delay time is not bad on here. The Arlo was about 8 seconds delay. This one here, the delay was maybe about 1.5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. Very minimal. So I was able to adjust the camera in a timely manner instead of waiting and taking about 3 minutes just to get the angle right. But the Arlos are going back tomorrow, and I'm satisfied with this one. And I guess I'll go ahead and get me one more to place on the other side of the house. Hope this helped you guys. Thanks for watching.